Hey there, and welcome to the Explainer. Have you ever just looked at an English word and thought, this makes absolutely no sense? Well, you're not alone. But what if I told you that what looks like a chaotic mess is actually a code? Today, we're going to show you the hidden logic that, once you see it, really does change everything.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a question that trips almost everyone up. Why does hopping need two P's, but hoping only gets one? I mean, they sound so alike, right? The spelling just feels random. But I promise you, by the end of this, the answer is going to feel incredibly simple.
You see, that's the thing. What looks like a random, weird quirk is actually a massive clue. English spelling isn't just about memorizing thousands of individual words. It's a system, and it's built on patterns. If you learn the patterns, the keys to the code, you can unlock the logic behind so many words you don't even have to think about it.
All right, so our first key is one of the most important letters in the entire alphabet, even though half the time it doesn't even make a sound. Yeah, we're talking about the letter E. Specifically, we're looking at its job in what we call the vowel-consonant-e pattern, or VCE for short. Think about it. Take a simple word like man or cap. They've got that short, flat ah sound. But watch what happens when we just stick a silent E on the end. Man becomes main. Cap becomes cape. That one little silent letter makes the vowel inside totally change its tune. It makes the vowel literally say its own name, A.
So what's actually going on here? Well, this is the CVC pattern, consonant, vowel, consonant. In a word like cap, that single vowel is kind of closed in by the consonant at the end. That traps the vowel, locking in its short sound. It's one of the most basic building blocks in all of English.
And this is its partner, the VC pattern, vowel, consonant, silent E. Here, that E at the end is like a magic wand. It reaches back over that consonant and basically taps the first vowel on the shoulder and says, hey, you, say your name. It's not magic, of course. It's just the code.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. That's a nice trick, but what about words like give and love? They have that VCE shape, but the vowels are short. So are they just random exceptions we all have to memorize? It's a fantastic question, and the answer reveals another, even cooler, layer of the code.
And here it is. Get this. Standard English words just don't end in the letter V. It's a rule. So that E in give and love isn't there for the vowel at all. It has a totally different job. It's just there to stop the word from ending in a V. So what looks like a rule breaker is actually following a different, deeper rule.
Okay, so we've got the CVC and VCE patterns down. Now we can finally go back and solve our original puzzle, hopping versus hoping. This brings us to our second key, which is all about two simple but super powerful rules for adding endings, or suffixes, to words.
And here it is, the whole solution, right here. For VCE words, words with that silent E, like hope, you just drop the E before you add an ending, like ing. That gives you hoping. But for CVC words, short vowel words, like hop, you have to do something else. You have to double that final consonant, which gives you hopping. And why? Well, that extra P is brilliant. It's like a little flag, a signal to the reader that says, hey, the vowel in here is short, so keep it that way.
And you see this E drop rule all over the place. For words like complete or state, you just knock that E off the end before adding ing or ed. It's clean, it's consistent, it just works.
And here's the other side of the coin, the doubling rule. For short, CVC words like step or flap, you double up that last letter. People sometimes call this the 1-1-1 rule. One syllable, one vowel, one final consonant. And it's the exact reason stepping needs two P's.
All right, we've got our keys now. We know about the VCE pattern, the no V at the end rule, and the two big suffix rules. So now for the fun part. Let's put it all to the test and use our new toolkit to take apart a long, kind of intimidating word just to prove this system really works.
Let's try contemplating. Looks big, right? But we've got this. First, spot the obvious ending, ing. Okay, that means the root word is contemplate. Now we apply our suffix rule. We added ing, which starts with the vowel, so an E was probably dropped. And you look it up? Yep, the base word is contemplate. And just like that, the whole word clicks into place. Con-tem-plate-ing. The code is cracked.
And that right there, that's the whole point. English spelling isn't your enemy. It's this incredible, hidden piece of architecture. What seems like a total mess is actually built on a foundation of really simple, elegant rules. And once you start to see these patterns, you can read and write with a whole new kind of confidence.
So that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. These rules that govern our spelling, they're just one example of a hidden system that we use every single day. So my question to you is, what other hidden rules are shaping your world, just waiting for you to decode them? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.